Hi everybody, my name is Paul Pancake and today we are building a grandma's place, a crafty grandma's place. But before we start off into the video, I just wanted to say that you look beautiful today. Honestly, thank you for being you, thank you for making this world a better place, and thank you for joining me in today's video. So yes, you heard me right, we're building a grandma's place or a grandparent's home, whatever you want to call it. In this case, I thought this would be rather a home for a single grandma, but we'll come to the story later. But yes, since Nifty Knitting released, I saw a lot of people do this, and of course, like a grandparent's home was the first thing that came into my mind too when Nifty Knitting was announced. And I started building this before Nifty Knitting was even out, and then once Nifty Knitting was out, I made this apartment, like last week's video, and I loved it so much, and I kind of forgot about this house because I wanted to continue building this once Nifty Knitting was out, but I kind of stopped building it. And I also saw a lot of people posting their grandmas or grandparents' houses and whatever, and I was like, okay, so many people do this. I don't know if I still want to upload this, so I kind of put that on hold. And then I was thinking, okay, what should this week's video be? And I kind of remembered that I still have this, and I was like, okay, maybe I'll give this another try. And also I was kind of discouraged because of the swatches from Nifty Knitting. They're super colorful and they don't really fit the grandma vibe too well. I know that a lot of people complain about that already, and I did too, but I kind of wanted to give it another shot, so that's what we're doing today in this video. I feel like I should, before we dive into the story of this home, because I really wanted to do that in today's video, because Spring Sims does that a lot. He's a YouTuber friend of mine, and I don't know if you know him, but if you do, you probably know that he always creates fantastic stories for his houses, for his builds, for his Sims, and I love that so much. And I've been doing that too, but not as detailed as he does, and it's probably not going to be as detailed today, but I really wanted to try that because I think it's such a cute idea, and I had a very specific story for this build today. So yeah, we're going to dive into that later. I just wanted to quickly say that this video is longer than my usual videos, and I don't know how that's gonna go. It's been a while since I've uploaded a video with this length. I think this is around 20 minutes long, and I don't know, for the last few videos I tried to keep my videos at like 15 minutes max, just because I thought like no one's gonna watch a speed build that's longer than 15 or 20 minutes. And like, I don't know, like I do sometimes, but I also prefer shorter videos. So that's why I try to go for that. But also at the same time, the last few builds I did were kind of small builds, so it wasn't too hard to cut it down to 15 minutes max. This one is like a 3-bedroom home and has a lot of space, a big garden and everything, like it definitely took me longer to build it, so it was really hard cutting the speed build just because or like editing, because I didn't want to cut out too much, but I definitely ended up cutting out too much. But yeah, that's the thing, I really didn't want to post a half hour build, and even if it happened to be a half an hour video, it would still be like really shortened, and still there would be things missing. So I think if I would upload this video without any missing like parts, it would be like an hour long, and nobody's want to watch that. Okay, so I just quickly wanted to say that. Maybe you can tell me in the comments if you prefer longer videos or shorter videos. I don't know, I feel like this is okay, this isn't too long, but still it's a little bit too long for my taste, whatever. So this story, I don't know if I should start with the story first or with the house. Maybe with the house, because we're building it right now. So you see me building the craft room right now, which is basically focused around Nifty Knitting, of course. And yeah, it was kind of hard making the swatches work and stuff, and I kind of had to use this orangey reddish wood color that everybody hates. I don't hate it that much, but also I wouldn't prefer it if I had other choices. And yeah, but I went with that, and in the end it kind of turned out nicely, I think. But it was a fight, honestly. Like, it was not easy, but honestly I don't want to rant about the swatches again because I've done that so many times already. And yeah, so basically I kind of went with a bluish vibe for this room, and yeah, it kind of turned out nicely. I think it was kind of hard because I wanted to make it look like grandma-esque, you know, like still kind of old school and whatever. But you know, these objects from Nifty Knitting, they really have this Pinterest vibe, so it was kind of hard to combine them. But in the end I kind of think I pulled it off in an okay way, at least let's say that. But yeah, so the grandma that lives here really likes to knit, likes to craft, likes to garden, likes to make flower arrangement and all that kind of stuff, and loves her grandchildren, because I spent a lot of time placing toys and making it like kid friendly, like a pool with floaties and everything. Because the grandma that lives here really loves to spoil her grandchildren. She has two, it's like one boy and one girl. I also I downloaded some custom photos from the gallery from like a family with 2 kids, and I basically hung them everywhere in the house because I think that makes it look so much more lived in. I didn't really credit the person where the pics are from, but maybe you'll be able to see who that is in this video. If I don't remember if I cut it out when I downloaded them from the gallery or not, but if you're interested, I can tell you in the comments down below from who these pictures are. But basically I downloaded these custom family pictures, and I thought that would be a super cute idea. I do that a lot of times. I think I even used the same family in another build already. And yeah, basically that's where my inspiration came from. So she has 2 grandchildren, and basically we're also going to add a room for these 2 grandchildren later with like 2 beds and enough space and stuff, because she loves having them over. And it's just a little sad because I feel like now that the grandchildren are a little bit older, because she had them over a lot when they were toddlers, but now they're like children, like in the children's stage, and they're not over that much because the parents are like working again. Like, I mean, no, that's not what I wanted to say, but like back when they were toddlers, the parents were able to go to were not able to go to work without the grandma like having them over, so they always brought the children to the grandma, and the grandma was like, I don't know, she loved taking care of them and did that a lot. But now that the children are older, they don't come around that much, which is why she has so many toys and so many stuff to do for children, just kind of to lure them back, you know what I mean? Like, of course the children still love their grandma, but it's just that they don't come over that much, and the grandma wants to change that by like buying a lot of toys and cool stuff. And I thought that would be kind of a cute idea. I gotta take a sip of water for a second. Yes, so, and basically I thought that the grandma is like I said, a single grandma. She had a husband, but he died a long time ago. That's what I wanted to say. And yeah, basically she's alone in this big house, and she kind of, yeah, she's really into crafting. Also, she has a cat. Like, she once the children were a little bit older, and they weren't over as much at her house, she got a cat, just kind of to spoil the cat too, just like she did with the children when they were toddlers. And that's why she also has a cat who's her like cutest companion. By the way, you see that a lot of stuff is missing. Like, I didn't show you how I built the kitchen, and I didn't really show you how I added the stuff to the living room, but that was simply because I forgot to film that. Yeah, it was really annoying when I found out that I didn't film that part, or like record. I'm not really filming, but record, because my filming software where oh my god, my recording software works like this. Basically, you have to press a button, and once you press the button, it's recording, and once you press it again, it stops recording, like sets it on pause. And sometimes I get confused by that, and sometimes I accidentally press the button to pause when I'm actually meaning to record, and that's what happened. And I just realized that I cut out the whole kitchen and bath living room situation, so I hope you're not too mad about that. Honestly, like I said, the video is too long anyway, so if I would have had that in too, it would have been even longer, but still, it was kind of annoying because I wanted to cut out other stuff instead of like these, like, I don't know, kitchen. For me, kitchens are so important. I love kitchen so much in The Sims 4. I mean, like, not the counters, because obviously we don't have enough counters, but I love building the kitchens in The Sims 4. That's what I meant to say. So yeah, basically it's a single grandma, and her husband died a long time ago, and you'll see that the whole house is kind of colorful, pastel-y vibes, and she loves crafting and all that kind of stuff. But the bedroom that we're gonna come to in a second is not looking like that, and there's a specific reason for that, and it's kind of different, but yeah, I'll talk about that when we're at the bedroom. Right now we're furnishing the bedroom for the kids, and I kind of went for this super colorful vibe. By the way, I used a lot of Parenthood stuff because I think like Parenthood, what else is there that oh yes, Cats and Dogs. Those two packs are, and Seasons, Parenthood and Cats and Dogs are some, I think they're some top 10, like, no, not top 10, but like they're some of the best packs there are for The Sims. Like, if someone would ask me what packs they should buy, it would probably be those three, because I personally am someone who loves realistic gameplay and who loves family gameplay and all that stuff, and I think those packs really add to the gameplay. And I use them a lot in this build too, because especially like also the Cats and Dogs furniture was so matching to like for the vibe that I wanted to go for. And yeah, it kind of like, I was kind of surprised actually when I realized that all of the stuff from Nifty Knitting, which is super colorful, ties in very well with other objects. I mean, it is obvious that it ties in with Parenthood very well, because Parenthood also comes in some questionable swatches, if I may say that. But yeah, I kind of tried to limit my packs, but I didn't really succeed in that, because I didn't succeed in that, just because, I don't know, like, I really didn't want to limit myself so much, because I was having a hard time at pulling all of the looks together, all of the colors that we put into this build, and I don't know, the fact that I was able to use some more packs than usual kind of helped me out. But yeah, I tried to limit them, like when I put down an item, and I was like, every time I put down an item, that's what I meant to say, I was basically asking myself, do I really want this item? Do I need it? Because I knew that it would gonna add objects from another pack, and then some of you wouldn't be able to download it, so that's why I didn't do that. And here we are furnishing the bedroom, and as you can see, it has a totally different vibe than the whole house. Like, it's not as colorful, it has a little bit of blue, but it's more like brown, and the most important thing is it's kind of this mid-century vibe. I used a lot of Get Famous items, and yeah, it's kind of a contrast to the super colorful and pastel-y house. And the reason why that was like, I thought that because the husband of the grandma that lives here has died, I don't know, a long time ago, years ago. This is the only room that hasn't changed, because like back in the days, the whole house used to look like this. The whole house had these mid-century vibes, this mid-century furniture. And yeah, basically she renovated this house once her husband passed, and yeah, then she made all of these stuff, like, it's not really modern, but kind of modernized it a bit, added some more like colors and stuff. When her husband died, she kind of rediscovered her crafty side and everything. Like, that's at least what I imagine happened. And The only room that was left to renovate was the bedroom, but she couldn't do it because she had so many memories with her husband, and she kind of connected the bedroom with her husband, and it was like the last basically the last thing that was still there that kind of connected her to her husband, and that's why she said, okay, we're not going to renovate the bedroom, it's going to stay the way it is just because of memories. And that's why I left the bedroom the way it is, and I like that very much because Spring Sims always makes up these amazing stories for his Sims and his build, and I really wanted to do that too, and I definitely want to do that in the future because it also really helped me building, just because it kind of told me what objects to place and what colors to use. And yeah, it really helped because before this I kind of always placed the things after, like I only went after the aesthetic, and I was like, is this aesthetic, is it like aesthetically pleasing, is it not? And like this I was able to think, okay, would this person, for example, have a rain saver or would it not? And I also added some items from Eco Lifestyle because I think these rain savers and also what do you call them, solar panels, they are kind of like universal. Like it's not as if only like super eco people have them. Like in our neighborhood, for example, in real life, people have these solar panels like on their houses, and it's a super normal thing. And I thought it would be kind of cool because I feel like this grandma is still kind of maybe not super eco. She has this red car, for example, which is probably not that eco-friendly, but I kind of thought that this red car would be super cute because she uses this to get her her grandchildren everywhere. At least that's some kind of personal thing, because like my personal thing, because my grandma always used to do that. My grandma always drove us everywhere, and she had a big car like this, and we always used to sit on the back seats, like me and my cousins, and she brought us here and there, and it was so much fun always like being with her. Like, I mean, she's still alive, like that's not what I mean, but like of course she doesn't really take us anywhere now like she used to back then, but I don't know, we did so many cool things with our grandma, and I kind of put this car there because I thought, okay, this grandma that lives here really bought this car for her grandchildren so that everyone would fit in, and they could, I don't know, make some amazing memories and do some awesome trips and stuff. So we're heading towards the end of this video. It was a longer one, but I kind of enjoyed talking to you for a little bit longer too. So if you like this build, please give me a thumbs up, and if you haven't already, feel free to subscribe to my channel and join the pancake community, and of course ring the bell so you don't ever miss a video of mine. You can find all of my social media like Twitter and Instagram in the description box below. And yeah, thank you so much for joining me in today's video. I hope you liked it, and I hope we'll see each other in the next one too. Bye everybody.